Hello again, YTPC. Mark coming to you with another video. Saturday, day before Easter. We had a big storm roll through last night. It actually woke me up a few times. Just raining, torrential downpour. Everything's still wet outside. It's pleasant enough to be outside, but everything's just wet. Not gonna bother with sitting out there. Got a couple things. Guess what I'm gonna smoke today. I might actually try to go through and hydrate this a little bit. If any of you have suggestions, I've never done it. Any of you have suggestions on a tub this size, how to hydrate, 14 ounces of tobacco? I'm all ears. Open to suggestions. So this is the estate pipe I bought at Allen's yesterday. It is a Dr. Grabow Commodore number 61. What's cool about it, I never had a pipe has the screw in, stem. It's just I thought it was just a beautiful bowl. Is deep but pretty narrow. First smoke, I'm gonna try it. I'm sure it'll smoke wonderfully. I need, you should always have pipes, with bigger bowls, smaller bowls, just for different, sometimes you got time for a short smoke, sometimes you got time for a longer smoke. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Overall, I slept pretty well last night, except for waking up a couple times with the storm. It's got a little whistle to it. Not sure if that's that I didn't pack it very tight or what. Got a good draw though. Very clenchable, very light pipe, as you would imagine. Yeah, Allen's been kind of hitting the jackpot lately. Some of his estate finds. It's a very petite pipe, so the stem is pretty thin when you clench. Not used to that at all. Yeah, it's still kind of cloudy, and it's not raining, but it's cloudy. I hope things kind of take a turn. I think we're supposed to get rain tomorrow on Easter. That's always a bummer, but very good job, Allen. It's not whatever he does. These pipes are never ghosted. They're always just perfect, regular, ready for smoking. Yeah, guy's got the knack for this stuff. Yeah, you could tell these. I had my first two pipes I owned were Dr. Grabow's. They were Grand Dukes. And this is not a knock on Dr. Grab-Out pipes, like, you know, present day, but these were, you could tell these were just made so much better, these older ones. This one has to be at least 20 years old. I mean, it maybe not quite, at least 10 years old, 10 to 15 years old. Might be older than that. I have no clue, you know, if they still make this style. I don't know. But my first two, which I bought in like probably 2018, they smoked great, but the longevity, they weren't that well put together. I mean, if you think about it, you're spending like what, 30 bucks on a pipe. It's the old adage, you're gonna get what you're paying for. This did have a stinger in it. I took it out. I like to be able to throw the pipe cleaner in the pipe when I'm smoking it. I'm also checking to see how much moisture collects in this pipe, being just a straight billiard basically. So far I'm loving it though. Pretty old school, you know what I mean? So I checked out it was a couple weeks ago. Checked out a channel. Can't remember I don't think I'm even subscribed to the channel, but something drew my attention. And it was kind of funny. And it's worth bringing up. The subject of the video, which I can't remember what it was, but it got my attention. And so I started watching the video, and he started talking about, and I don't think this is on purpose, being disingenuous when you know, being a content creator about what your video is about. I wish I could have remembered more details. I'm sorry, but I didn't. It just kind of came back to me yesterday. And he was complaining about how people will title their video one way, and then they go in and they start talking about not what they titled the video. So politics, basically. He don't like politics, and I don't think he likes politics in general. He kind of leaned more toward the left, if you know what I mean. Many of them don't even like to talk about politics. You can leave it to yourself to make the determination why. Anyway, so he did the exact thing that he was saying, you know, he was complaining about, because it wasn't about, that's not why I decided to watch the video. It was actually pipe related, and then he was talking about disingenuous content creators. And I thought about it. I've probably done that in the past, and that's the one thing I probably can agree with them on. You should really warn everyone, whether they're subscribers or non-subscribers, make sure you label the video for what you are actually going to talk about. Otherwise, it's kind of like a bait and switch. And I don't think I've done it in quite a while, but I think I was guilty of it a few times. So I'm just making sure that that's not happening. That won't happen. So I truly believe if I title a video, you know, political content, I probably don't get as many watches as what I normally do, and I accept that. I don't really care. If I have something to talk about that I think is important, I'm going to talk about it. If I only get 20 views on the video, that's fine. I understand. We have a lot of people that it's just too unnerving for them to, you know, listen to someone talk about geopolitical, you know, things that matter. And whether you want to fucking believe it or not, they matter. Well, anyway, I'm not getting into the specific, you know, any specific topics or anything like that. I'm just bringing up a point that I saw was made in a video, and I agree with him. That's about all I agree with him, but I agree with that. Actually, I think he was talking about freedom and how us, basically he was saying us in the United States, you know, talk about freedom like we don't have freedoms. He just obviously doesn't research what's really actually going on in the United States. Yeah, we have freedom, but at the same time, our government is literally trying to take away a lot of those freedoms, backdooring it, you know, not in an obvious way. Some are pretty obvious. But anyway, you know, he was talking about Freedom Friday and all that, and I think he was kind of pretty much saying it's kind of a ridiculousness that we talk about freedom so much, and it's whatever, dude. But at the same time, he was mainly talking about content creators saying you're going to talk about this and you're talk about other things, and how it, you know, he just leaves and he can't, you know, it just upsets him and blah, blah, blah. If I did remember who he was, I wouldn't tell you, because I just don't think that's right. You know, the people who are actually willing to put out content, YTPC, they should be able to talk about whatever they want, and I'm not going to come on and criticize and try to convince people, you know, this guy's not worth listening to. That's not my intention. Never would be. There's quite a few content creators on the YTPC that I can honestly say we will never ever, when it comes to anything outside of the realm of smoking a pipe, we will never agree on much. That's just how it is. But I will also say that we also have the right to talk about whatever we want on our channels, as long as you make it clear, this is what I'm going to talk about. That's why we have the details. But there's a little bit of a rant. It was pipe related somewhat. I showed you a new pipe. And I asked for advice how to hydrate tobacco. So anyway, I think the wife and I, before signing off, tell you what we're probably going to do today. We might go see the new Godzilla movie today. Looking forward to that, especially if it's going to rain all day. I'll go see a movie. Right? So we might get that done. prepare for Easter tomorrow. I might have said we got our family get together today. It's tomorrow. That was a complete, utter failure organizing that. We did it on Facebook. Nobody was checking, and everybody that did check in got the wrong information. It was pretty hilarious, actually. But we got it figured out. Anyway, thought I'd hop on this morning and see what how everyone is doing. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone enjoys their Easter tomorrow. And until next time, keep them lit.